So welcome back. We've had a couple of months off for various different reasons, but we've been flat out busy with clients through the winter, obviously catching up with as many females as possible. So it's the end of March now. The female season in England and Wales finishes at the end of March, and then we go straight into the roebucks from the 1st of April. So the plan this afternoon is we've got a lot of sort of green fields and a lot of brown fields. So if we were to go on foot, you know, we'd just be walking past a lot of brown fields to get to the green fields to hopefully see some deer. So to start with, we're going to take the truck, just jump around to some different winter cereal crops and see if we can find some roe out in the middle of the field. And then we'll try and get a few does just to, you know, bump the cull figures up before the end of the season. Yeah, so we've just driven down to a bottom corner of the estate. There's some little sort of hilly bits down here, or hilly for East Anglia anyway. There's nothing on this cereal fields that we've driven past, and there's one over here, there's nothing out here. And then there's a rough grass field, but that's got a lot of sheep on it, so there won't be any deer out there. So yeah, we'll just keep looking around for a bit. I'm sure we'll find something sat out by a hedge somewhere. Yeah, so we've just come off the corner of the estate, just parked up at one of our little agricultural supply shops, and we're just looking across back onto Euston in the far distance there. About 1,500 metres away there's a roe out on a cereal field. There's some sort of brown mud patches where the drill hasn't taken properly. It could be a roe buck, but we'll just drive right round and just have a stalk in and see what it is. Yeah, so we've got the 3006 today, which is a bit big for the roe, but I'm kind of figuring that out on some of these fields we might have a longer shot to take. So got the DS2 scope on this, which has obviously got the all the ballistic data and crosshair that flashes up if there's any bullet drop involved. So we're just going to head down this track. Wind's basically coming in our face. Just have a look around the corner and see what that roe was. A tricky spot here because the next field over drops down to a wood at the bottom quite quickly, and they quite often like to sit on this sort of top little ridge of the field, which obviously isn't very safe to shoot. So we'll just have to edge down slowly, and if that roe's still there, it might not be safe to shoot anyway. Buck. I thought it was from when we were looking all the way over the other side. Looks like quite a nice one. It's just come back down and sat down in the hedge here. If you just come towards me a little bit. Just getting up. You up? Yeah, it's just out of season, honestly. So it's a good late middle-aged old buck. You can see its coronets as it's looking at us, they're sloped down on the edges. He'll stop. So you can see he's just starting to clean his velvet. Some old bucks are already clean. He's just gone over the boundary now next door. But yeah, you could see he was starting to clean the velvet off the top of his antlers. He looked like it was a 6-pointer, although I didn't really get a good look at his antlers from a side-on profile. So what we'll do, he looks like he was on his own, obviously nothing else has run out, but we're good for the wind, so we'll just head down the hill, just have a look in the bottom of these cereal fields, see if there's anything else laid down or out feeding, hopefully. Looks like we've got a Roe Doe a couple hundred metres down here. So we'll just get in the shade of the hedge and just edge down slowly. No. Just keep on it. Yeah, there's another one coming out, Adam. Well, bit of luck again there. Obviously we shot that first one. It made a good jump up into the air, so it looked alright. Shot might be a little bit low on it. There's about 150-60 metres that first one. And then we were just waiting to do a quick chat to you guys. And another doe came out of the hedge, obviously where the first one went in has keeled over. I guess it bumped the other one out of the hedge. That was a little bit closer, about 140. So yeah, we'll just give it a few minutes and then we'll just edge down slowly and have a look. Yeah, we've got a lot of blood here. Yeah, so this is actually where the second one was stood. Got loads of blood going back towards where you guys are watching from. Got a lump of lung there. So it's going to be dead in the ditch somewhere over here. The first one was a little bit further down, so I'm just going to leave my sticks here as a marker, and then we'll look further down, get the first one found, and then come back to this one in a minute. Actually, the trail comes round towards you guys now anyway. Just in the hedge here. It must have literally gone in and pretty much died right next to where the other one was. Yeah, so we've got a sort of mature-ish doe here. Like I said, this was the first one we shot and it leaped up in the air. It looked like it was all right, but quite often when they jump right up in the air like that, they're a little bit low. And because I got the 30-06, I was trying to wait for it to sort of stand almost a little bit away from me so I could tuck it in behind the shoulder. And I did aim a little bit lower than normal, just so I tried not to do as much meat damage with the big caliber. So it's come in, you know, a couple of inches behind the shoulder. It's actually broken the brisket, you know, going out the other side, so would have taken the bottom of the heart off basically. Yeah, so nice condition one, just starting to molt a little bit. We'll walk up and find the other one. Yeah, so back to the start of the blood trail for the second one now. There we go, down there in the ditch. There we go, roughly same age. Yeah, shot behind the shoulder again. It's come out behind the shoulder on the other side, so hopefully the big 30-06 won't have done too much damage on it. Great, we'll walk back up. We can drive the truck down here, get these two picked up. So yeah, we've got 3 roe deer there. We've just pushed in off the field. The one on the right now is a clean old roe buck, and the 2 on the left are females. But obviously they're not going to hang around. They're just running up through the wood there. We've got a new fenced area on the left where they've done a lot of tree work. Yeah, so we just watched those roe deer run up the ride there, and they've gone in on the right. What we'll do is we'll keep driving up through the wood, have a look on some fields the other side. Where the sun's going down on that side of the wood, there might be some out grazing in the last of the sun. But in here behind me, we've got several new blocks of sort of coppiced and cleared woodland through the big wood. And then all the material's been picked up. The large timber's going for estate firewood. And all the brash is getting chipped up and going into biomass boilers. So obviously deer fence around it to protect the regeneration. So yeah, this time next year there'll be lots of new shoots, and 3 or 4 years time that'll be quite thick in there. We won't be able to see through there at all. We've got 4 red deer there. The one on the right is a stag calf. So he's grown his first set of antlers. So in August he'll be a spiker. And then the other 3 are all hinds. Just look fairly young ones. But they're not hind calves, they're probably, 2-3 year olds. We'll keep moving out to the fields on the side of the wood. Just go and have a look through the back of this sort of open oak tree area, and if there's nothing out there, then we'll head down through here. There's like a little bowl down at the bottom here with some big cereal fields. There might be a few roe out there if we get lucky. See a couple of roe, about 250 metres out. Beyond this grassy area there's a cereal field. We'll just keep going along the edge here slowly, but we've got this single Egyptian goose out here, and they make a horrible noise when you get close to them, so just have to hope that that doesn't spook the roe. there's a little patch of bramble, and we've got what looks like a buck kid on the right, and hopefully a doe on the left. But they're both either side of it, so we'll just head towards the bramble, and hopefully as we get a bit closer we'll find that we can get in behind the bramble patch to get a bit closer again. That's a nice wide 6-point roebuck. I just want to get a good look at both does before I shoot one of them. Just under the 30 metres now. Both does are a similar age again, so we'll take the one on the left. One in the middle, just gone down. Yeah, good. Just behind the shoulder again on that, and probably come out behind the shoulder on the other side. It was pretty much dead side on. Run about 60 metres. Yeah, nice result. 3 deer down. Sun's going down now, so I think with that we'll probably call it an evening, get back to the larder and get these sorted out. So yeah, 3 deer down at the end of the doe season, so that'll help bump the cull figures up. We've got a few more days of the season to go, so we might get a couple more Roe does, but that'll be pretty much it now. Yeah, so we'll be off in 1st of April for roebucks. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back filming once a month again. Let us know if there's anything you'd like to see. If you've got any comments or questions, just put them in the comments box, and we'll see you in a month's time.